All right, hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of a Wednesday stream for Brood War. It is March Madness, which means that it's basketball this week. Tomorrow is the start of March Madness, if you ignore the fact that yesterday there was an entry, like March Madness, little mini tournament. So hey, what is going on here, S-Mimics? So Mimic 7 is back for their 4th month in a row of subscribing with Prime. What is up, dude? How's it going, Smimic? Woo, good stuff here. So tomorrow, no stream. I'm going to be spending all day watching basketball with my brothers. We'll get some pizza. We will argue about sports and stuff. It'll be a great, great, great time. Looking forward to it. So no streaming tomorrow. Okay, what's my hair doing today? My hair's doing weird stuff. I need a haircut. It's what I need. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn, I need that. Anyway, what's up in chat? We have HioGeo915 who wants to verse me in StarCraft. I'm not good. Let's just say that. I'm avoiding that because I am not good at StarCraft. Also, check out Falcon Paladin Plays. Go subscribe over there, people. It's a good place to be. That's what we're putting all the VODs for things like, for example, Secret of Mana that I'm playing right now. There's Warcraft 3 campaign in there. There's Falcon playing Space Marine 2, Final Fantasy 7, Chrono Trigger, Last of Us Part 2, Baldur's Gate, Halo. Like, it is a wide variety of content there. They're all organized into playlists. It's super easy. If you're like, I don't really care about anything on that list except maybe Final Fantasy 7. Go click on the Final Fantasy 7 playlist. It'll play in order for you. It's very cool. Anywho, who else is out here today on the stream? We've got Tankard. We've got Marsara Guy. Marsara Man was in the stream yesterday, dude. He said, I think that Marsara Guy is his cousin, so that's exciting. We got Rocket. We got Lucky Noob. He says I should stream me hanging out with my brothers watching basketball. Maybe could do that. Ah, nice job, Rocket. Way to ace that physical fitness test. Honestly, I don't know how many Americans could ace a physical fitness test in 2025. I think we need to be working on that. I went to the gym this morning. I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow morning. Because if you don't go to the gym, you die. I think that's the lesson here. Who else is here? Jericho's in the house. Ah, another Canadian here. There's your Canadian flag. Representing Canada these days. Falcon stands with Canada. Canada is a great country. Except maybe the Quebecois. But the rest of Canada is awesome. I've had a lot of friends from Canada in the real world as well as subscribers from Canada too. So great place to be. We got Vincent out there on the red dimension. Chris is very confused about the Wednesday stream, which is fair because I have not been streaming on Wednesday for several months now. But like I said, all is good because it's a weird day and a weird week for the March Madness basketball tournament. See? Jericho agrees about the Quebecois. Le Quebecois. They are standoffish. They do not like the rest of Canada. They think they are better than the rest of Canada. And therefore, they are not beloved. Alright, so we're going to go into the 2023 folder here. Okay, here's what I need to do for the goals thing. I think for the goals things, what I need to do... yeah, is basically have one progress bar that shows the daily goal, and whether it is a Venmo or a PayPal or a Patreon or a sub out on Twitch or bits out on Twitch or a donation out on Twitch or, you know, any number of things, a super chat.
What is this today?
Or a super chat, then it will increase the one progress bar. We got too much stuff going on here. We've got a donation goal on YouTube itself. We have donation goals here on the stream for bits and stuff. I don't know. It's crazy stuff. Say, look, sound alerts work. Again, the first one will function. I don't know. I don't know why the rest of them don't. So I'm going to hide the screen for a minute. We're going to get right into our first replay of the day here. Let's see. Who did we say on the titles here? Fantasies here? I said fantasies here. And Rain is here. So, by golly. Let's do some of that. Boop, 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 boop. 2023 Part 2, Rain and Fantasy in a PvT on the Fighting Spirit. What a nice little replay to get started with today on Fighting Spirit. Everybody's all about that stuff. Fantasy, Rain. Look, Rain is one of the more successful Protoss players to play StarCraft at this level over the last 4 or 5 years. He's got ASL victories. He also has a bunch of second place finishes. So, Rain is to be respected on the Falcon Paladin channel. Do not disrespect Rain by being like, yeah, but it's fantasy. Fantasy is cool. He is cool. What's up, Jericho? Top left, fantasy. Bottom left, Rain. I just think fantasy's legend is a little bit bigger than Rain's is. So keep that in mind as we're doing this. What's up, Psycho Nuts? Heck yeah, later stream. Secret of Mana was a lot of fun yesterday. I had a lot more fun with it than in the first session. I basically figured out that we needed to level up the teammates. I think chat suggested that. And then we got magic, so they can cast ice spells and stuff now, which is very fun. And I figured out how to kind of make the AI be smart. So instead of just running up to everything melee range and dying because they didn't have a lot of HP, I told them to stay away and use ranged weapons. So they're doing that now. So overall, it's a much better experience in session 2. Looking forward to next week's as well. Wander, it's March Madness this week. So guess what? Tomorrow is the start of March Madness. Falcon's not going to be here. It is a annual event, the first day of March Madness. I respect it very much. And what it means is that I watch basketball all day.
You see the hat? I am Mrs. Nesbit. Snap out of it, Buzz.
Hey all. Been super swamped at work. Happy to be back.
Good to have you back too, Grant J. Sorry you've been swamped, but good to hear you're here now. Thanks for the 4-month Prime sub. 4 months in a row. Like, you have to actually physically remember to re-sub with Prime to a channel. It's not an automatic thing, like most subscriptions are. So the fact that you guys are coming back, Mimic's doing it, Grant J is doing it, Arcanice is doing it, Hamster's doing it. Just looking at the last 4 Prime subs I've gotten on the channel, it means more to me that somebody actually came back to the channel to Prime sub instead of just like letting the automatic sub roll. Because you can totally forget about someone and not watch their stream and still be subbed to them. But Prime sub means you gotta come back and stop by. That's the deal. Oh, good, Wander. I'm glad you were being sarcastic about that because, my goodness, I've tried to be very clear. Indeed. So Wander has a calendar alert to remind him to Prime sub. Yeah, that's not too hard to do. Set a little reminder on your phone, the calendar app. How's it going, Chris Wilson? How's it going, Michigan Man Dan? Michigan Man Dan did some Prime subs too. Very cool stuff. So no one's going crazy here, right? No early expand from either player. Terran, more likely to early expand, but he's getting a factory. His gas is here and not fully saturated yet, but that's okay. And finally, now the Cyber Core is done. Feels safe to expand, does our guy Rain. SCV in the Scout says, figured there'd be a Dragoon out here based on that expansion timing, and there is. So, we're gonna just poke on in and die. Neat. Marines running around, checking for scouting probes and stuff. Protoss has no idea where the Terran is, what they're up to. You are not pulling the... This is not a Nexus first! You know this isn't a Nexus first! What are you doing? Oh, I don't like this at all. There are already Dragoons. They're getting the range upgrade. There are more Dragoons on the way. It is so much harder to do this. If the Protoss doesn't have any army units yet. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to try to perform a citizen's arrest on the Dragoon. Fail kind of miserably at that. That's okay. And try to build a bunker up here. And he is acting like this is a Nexus first. What the crap? Fantasy. What is happening, man? All right, well, this is one heck of a game. Let's see, Vulture shows up. We're going to be really good against these probes, unless it just kind of walks in the middle of the probes and dies or something. Ooh, almost dead, not quite there. Yeah, Nexus finishes. Marines are getting picked off here, too. SCV is running into the mineral line like they're going to mine or something. I don't even know. I don't think we're going to lose this Nexus, guys. I really don't. Citizen's arrest, 3-kill Dragoon. Does not get a 4th kill before he dies. But yeah, just making Dragoons here off of one gate constantly. Taking hits. Singularity charge is almost done. I don't... Man, if he gets this, I'm going to be impressed. What's up, Dollaville? What's up, Chaotic? Chaotic Tyrant. Oh my gosh, is he going to get it? Range is done for the Dragoons, but like, there are SCVs to repair this bunker. Ugh. Do not reward this insane behavior. It's rewarded. He gets it. He gets it. Oh no. Fantasy, don't give other Terran players ideas. Do not let them think. Do not let them believe that they can do this. That they can wander across the map with a bunch of SCVs and Marines and kill a base from a very safe gate cybercore opening from the Protoss. Because this should not be possible. Is the color of my light weird today? Oh, I know what it is. Huh. Well, alright. There we go. Now my color's back, because I put on the overhead lights. The lighting... Not fun. So, I mean, the good news here for our Protoss Rain is that he gets to rebuild the second base. The Terran is not doing that yet. He's not building a second base at all. He lost a bunch of SCVs. He lost a ton of mining time. And we just kind of reset the game. Right? Like, this Nexus is 50% complete. His second CC is only just starting. Rengar says, I'm not skilled enough to pull that off. Yeah. I don't think any of us are, especially against Rain, but... So, yeah. Observatory up. Siege mode on the way. Spider mines exist. Obs is out. Vulture comes in for the scout and says, ah, yes, you definitely have observational technology. Well done. Probe's trying to transfer down to the natural base, getting sniped out in the face. So killing a couple probes. This guy's got 2 kills. He's going to end up with... He's not shooting. Okay, like 2 kills, I guess. This Vulture comes down into the natural base, ends up getting 4 kills. So this little slow Vulture shenaniganry is getting way more done than I feel like it should. So yeah, Fantasy having a pretty good day. He's killed a bunch of probes. The second base is rolling. He's got siege mode for his tanks already. The Dragoons wandered into his base and apparently killed all of the aforementioned tanks. And now SCVs are fighting. This is a crazy game. 11 kills on this Dragoon. Holy Hannah. Dude. Okay, so he lost a couple SCVs, but he's killing some SCVs on the side of the map right now. Another tank shows up. It's gonna die. These Dragoons have way too much hit point to repair. Repair it. God, repair is not as good as we hope it. Oh, it's enough. It's enough. Yes, against one Dragoon, it's enough. And now Dragoons are up at your natural base, causing even more issues. This is crazy, crazy, crazy stuff going on. Look at this. High ground siege tank. Dragoons back behind your mineral line. 36 to 23 workers in favor of the Protoss. Feeling good about that number, considering how insane this game has been. 60 to 30 supply, too, in favor of the Protoss. And a lot of that is probes, yes. But these Dragoons are getting the value. Yeah, did they take 8 shots to kill an SCV? They sure do. Look at this. Another repair on a siege tank. Get him. Get him. The high ground siege tank there is doing some work. This guy has been saved, I think, twice by SCVs. I think this is the same one that got saved up there in the main just about like 30 seconds ago. But and of course, we're going into Reavers on 2 bases. This is the kind of game we're going for a 3rd base. It's just not an option. We are going to kill this Terran player off of 2 bases if it kills us first. And it very, very well might kill us first, because this is a 2-base play and the Terran has siege tanks. That said, we've got our Wiggly Boys out. Got our Reaver Caterpillars. He is trying to expand, but recognizing that, oh, there's something blocking it. Guess what it is? It's a spider mine. There's nothing else that could be blocking that in this matchup right now. Broodlings did not teleport into this battle. How fun would that be, though, if this was more like Warcraft 3, where you've got just kind of neutral creeps on different places on the map, and there could just be a Broodling at an expansion at some point because the AI decided to do it. There's this little AI base for Zerg you have to kill, and if you do, you get extra resources and stuff. That'd be fun. I bet someone's made a UMS with that very outcome. And then, while I was talking about that, a Reaver showed up, and Rain won the game. So let's back that up a second. I had ideas. All of it, YH. All of it. Tomorrow's the first day of March Madness. It's going to be like 27 games. It's going to be the best. We're going to have a 4-box up. We're going to be watching 4 games at the same time. So this is it. This one Reaver shows up, and Fantasy's like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. I'm dead. Does he not have any more tanks? Is that the problem? All he had was the tank on the high ground and the tank on the low ground, and they're both dead. And he's like, oh, well, can't kill these Dragoons or this Reaver at all. GG. Feels a tiny bit early, but I guess if he didn't have anything remaining. Tough stuff, man. What's up, Canned Ham? Yeah. Chaotic Tyrant, not wrong. Highest kill count I've ever seen on a single unit. So that one, thanks for the $5 Canadian, Canned Ham. Doing your countrymen well, as always, representing the country of Canada excellently. There is the... There was a 52 kill Reaver on my channel back in 2021. Roaster Rock versus FYXRD. It's a PvP. That, I think, is the highest kill count I've had for a cast on the channel. So let's do a rematch. How about that? Between Fantasy and Rain, round 2. It's gonna be on Butter. Let's see how it goes in game number 2. 2021 was 4 years ago, YH. Yes, top right, Fantasy. Bottom right of Butter. It's Rain. Okay, so I guess the lesson of the last game is pulling the boys to kill an expansion of your Protoss enemy who did not go Nexus first, who in fact went Nexus Cybercore Expand, which is very normal and accepted in the current meta of StarCraft Brood War, and killing it sets you back way too much, and you're going to die in the end. Don't do that. That's the lesson for Terran players everywhere, I think. I think it is. Wander says, do it again. Pull the boys again on a very safe opening from the Protoss. I mean, there's nothing really stopping him from doing it again. I don't think that's possible. Ha! Just make medics this time. That'll do. I support that wholeheartedly. 100%. So, gonna scout around a little bit. I mean, the last game looked entirely normal too, right? Let's not make a mistake here. The last game looked entirely normal until the guy pulled the boys in a situation that it made no sense to do it, and bad things happened. So I don't know. I don't have a that'll do pig sound alert. No. I'm sniffly today. If I get sick for March Madness, I'm going to be very, very mad. This probe's doing a great job, by the way. Very, very annoying, for sure. No, because I'm going to watch it with my brothers. And it's not as fun to watch March Madness alone in your bed. Like, I am an introvert. Let's not get this confused. I am an introvert. But by golly, I am very, very excited to go hang out with my family tomorrow. So look at this. He goes gate expand. In game 2, soup and other hot meals are summoned to you. Yeah, right. Who's gonna summon me soup and hot meals? And I love the zealot too, being like, hey, you want to walk across the map and bunker this? I know you do. But I've got a zealot, I got a probe. I'm gonna make you worried about moving across the map at all. Oh, this is hilarious. This is really funny. And there's the cyber core. So this is more of a risky, should be attacked style opening from the Protoss. And he still could. He still could. I don't have the kids this week, YH. They are at their mom's. And besides, they're at school if they're here. So no, they don't get to sit around all day helping to the whims of their father. They have school, man. What's up, RJB? Ooh, RJB. I'll do that, Dahammy. Yeah, yesterday was this huge snowy day. Had to shovel the freaking driveway a couple times. Robotics facility coming in, which the SCV scouted, and now it is, I don't know, like 45. Classic March, second factory on the way. Not pulling the boys. This is
embrace the glory that is your birthright.
Maynard transfer.
Know that I am the Overmind, the eternal will of the Swarm, and that you have been created to serve me.
Thank you for the follow, June CH 1020. Getting closer to that 3,500 follower goal we're trying to get here this week. Or maybe it'll take a couple of weeks. We'll see how it works out here on the Twitch. Well, that's going to be a support bay. Oh, it's an observatory. Oh, wow, okay. Not going to reverse here. Starport, I'm guessing for Wraith to help deal with incoming reavers that he expects. Post-haste. Range for Dragoons is late because it was a late Cybercore and it was a late gas. So no worry about that. Again, I don't think you need a bunker here. Got about 4 inches of snow, Wander. It was over-exaggerated in the forecast, but it usually is. Yeah, Dahammy, my house is just a little bit more elevated than the rest of the valley on the west side. So we definitely get colder temperatures and therefore more snow when it snows. And yes, I'm home alone. I am home alone about half the time. And I'm introvert enough that it's not a big deal. I am fine being alone. Good morning, Junch. How many people watching are introverts versus extroverts? And the way I define introvert versus extrovert, at least how I define it, right? This is my opinion. Third base coming in. Little Marine Tank push out is introverts are on a scale from I hate social interactions to I can do social interactions, but when I do them, I am really exhausted and run down at the end. That's introvert. 2 for extroverts is I love social interactions, and I am energized when a social interaction is over. I go to a party with 100 people, and at the end of it, I want to take out the world. I am ready to go. And an introvert's like, I want to go to bed. I want to curl up and watch TV. I don't want to talk to anyone for the next 3 days. That's the definition in my book. What's up, cheese senor? I'll do that, Psycho Nuts. Vulture drop. Oh, so maybe not Wraith shenanigans at all, but instead we're dropping. We're dropping, boys. So we'll put a poll up based on that. A couple spider mines inside your base. That's fine. These guys are going to try to push this. Let's do a poll real quick while those guys are just hammering away. Looks like a pretty good hold by the Protoss. Okay. So pole's running. Got a Wraith up here trying to deal with stuff. Yeah, we're just going home. We're just going home at this point. Yeah, you can't be YH. Not possible. It's a scale, I recognize that, but you're on one side of the line or the other, as I explained. American Patriot, as it should. It should make you miss the old days. The old days are great days. The new days are also great days for their own reasons. This is one heck of a little setup here. Got a turret up. It's not a turret at your natural, which pretty much means you're dead, but it is a turret with the tanks that are shelling your third base, which is really troubling here if you're a Rain fan. Yeah, Junch 1020, I think that's part of it too. Introverts would rather spend time reading books. But again, there are introverts that cannot handle a 100-person party, and there are introverts that can handle a 100-person party. They just will be exhausted when it's over. Sure, let's counterattack. Tastos always says Protoss is scariest on the counterattack. That's exactly what this is. There's nothing in this bunker, so yeah. Oh, repair the tank. Repair the tank, but also we're getting Reaver dropped inside the main with double Reaver. Dude, Rain is kind of a baller today. He's just like, whatever. I don't care what you throw at me. I'm going to show up with Dragoons and Reavers inside your base. And, oh, that's a wasted shot on a tank that was already dead. But, hey, a dead tank is a dead tank. The main base is a complete disaster for fantasy right now. That Wraith goes down. It's Dragoons on top of your SCVs, which isn't the greatest thing in the world, but problematic. We're just sending stuff home. We're sending some tanks home. We're bringing some vultures on the counterattack to try to get something done there as well. You're probably right about that, Wander. And into the natural base we go. There's a lot of probes in here, but a lot of Dragoons to shut it down too. So finally, the Dragoons get wiped out thanks to the responding siege tanks. It's 49 to 46 workers. The Terran player is up. He didn't really lose any tech structures or that many workers. And the third base did end up falling. What killed this? Rewind. Quick rewind. Ah, okay. So just the vultures and the siege tank on the ramp killed it. Okay, fair enough. So he did get the... I don't know if this counterattack was very good at all in that case. I don't feel great about it. Yeah, I think maybe fantasy is A-okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like me. Like I said, I'm an introvert because I am. Can I give a presentation in front of 150 people? Yeah, I can do that. I'm good at it. Can I go to a party with 150, 200 people at it? Yep, sure can. At the end, did I have the greatest time of my life? No. I do not feel happy about it. I do not feel energized by it. I feel exhausted. And I really don't want to do anything for the next week, but I can do it. That's what an introvert is to me. I could testify in front of Congress. Absolutely. Yeah, I think you're right about that, RJB. I think there's some overlap, though. I think there's definitely some overlap between those two things. People with social anxiety can also be introverts.
Awaken, my child, and embrace the glory
Alexander!
of your know that I am the Overmind, the eternal will of the Swarm, and that you have been created to serve me.
So that's interesting, RJB. You're saying there are a lot of people who want to go to huge parties. And when they do, they feel energized and like it helps them. But also they have anxiety about going in the first place. That sucks. Like that would be really terrible to be a person like that. That like the thing you want to do is the thing that you're afraid of doing. That's terrible. All right, Terran push out. I think this is make or break. If Rain can slow this down and shut it down enough for Storm to finish and for maybe a few more Zealots to come in here, I don't know if he has time for that. This is a big, big push off of a 3-basing Terran. This expansion might have been a trouble, might have been a mistake for Rain because it's 136 to 104 supply. He is unsieged tanking your butt right now. When the guy shows up with this many unsieged tanks, you know you're in trouble. Because he's not worried about you. That's it. That's GG. Never mind. I really think maybe that 4th base was too late. Or maybe just too much damage taken on this side of the map. The counterattack didn't do enough. And now the Terran's here with just enough to ruin your day. That said, the Vulture count's not that big anymore. 108 to 82 supply, though, really doesn't lie. That number's bad, and that's your GG. Fantasy taps out, or Rain taps out, sorry. Fantasy gets the win, is what I meant to say there, and that's a really GG by the Terran. So we got a bit of a split between these two guys. Intriguing. Very intriguing stuff. Yeah, maybe the counterattack just didn't do enough. It killed a couple SCVs, and it killed a couple siege tanks, but it wasn't able to take out an armory or supply depots or a factory or anything before they got cleaned out. So yeah, maybe the counterattack in exchange for losing that 3rd base was not enough. Not enough. All right, so let's see. The results sounds good, YH. Will do. The results of the poll is every single person on Twitch said they were an introvert, and the results of the YouTube poll are 78% of you said you are introverts. So there you go. Those are the results. People watching a StarCraft stream on a Wednesday afternoon are more likely to be introverts than extroverts. Who knew? I'm pretty sure we could have, if we had to bet on that, we would have bet on that. All right, GG. What do we got next on the list? Looks like it's a Mini versus ggaemo replay. Let's get that off the screen so you don't know how long the game is going to be. It's a ZVP on Polypoid. Let's go. Good job. All right, man. Polypoid, top right. It is our Zerg player. It's ggaemo. Bottom right, it is Mini. Very scary Protoss player, Mini. Probably favored here. If I just had to like place a line on this game, I would say that the Mini is favored. But the why we watch StarCraft is really important here too. Why do we watch? Because we don't know what the outcome is going to be. It's the same thing for live sports. It's why live sports are doing very well on television and why things like esports are also doing pretty well on the Twitch. Okay, Overlord scouting out the wrong way on Polypoid, but you don't generally cross-spawn scout on this map, and it's okay if you do. Man, going for a Nexus first here would be so baller out of Rain, or out of Mini. I'm going to keep calling him Rain because he's barcoding on me. And we just cast a couple Rain games, but it's Mini. It is Mini. That one's scouting. This one is not going to take any chances and goes for the Forge Expand. Extremely safe. Versus, guess what? An Overpool. So Overpool opening here from the Zerg versus a Forge Expand. Going to be very safe against that. Not going to be able to move out anytime soon, but I think he's okay with that. I think as a Zerg or as a Protoss, you'd rather Forge Expand against an Overpool than go obviously Nexus first or even Gate. To be honest, it's really hard to get any Zealot pressure out against an Overpool. So far, incredibly safe opening. Not going to get a lot of done here by either player in the first 2 or 3 minutes. It would be a big mistake to make a bunch of Lings here out of ggaemo. I'm hoping this is more of a defensive Overpool rather than him trying to be aggressive with it. You can go either way, which is nice. He's not going to have any information about what the Protoss is up to by the time the pool finishes, which he doesn't. He makes 2 sets of Lings. Yeah, I'd say 1 set's defensive, 3 sets is aggressive, and 2 sets is maybe a couple Lings for back home and a couple Lings for out across the map. But yeah, just Probe comes in, sees, okay, I do have time to expand before I get my first cannon up, but I do need that cannon. Thank you very much. Yeah, this Ling's gonna chase this Probe, and I assume the other Lings are gonna get across the map here. Drone sees the cannon, says, all right, we're being safe. Of course we are. We don't skip the cannon. Like, this is what drives me nuts about Protoss versus Zerg, is that Protoss never skips the cannon. They never skip the cannon, but Zerg will skip Sunkens 9 times out of 10, it feels like. And I understand that, yes, fine, making a cannon doesn't lose you a probe for the rest of the game. And making a Sunken at the early stages of the game means your economy is irreversibly hurt. But by golly, keeping your stuff alive is really nice too. Third base coming in, recognizing the Forge Expand means you can get a third. You could maybe even get a 4th base, to be honest. How's it going, the Happy? Where'd they get the Zerg sounds from? As far as I can tell, they asked a dude to make Zergy sounds into a microphone. And that was it. I don't think it was anything more complicated than that. Like, I haven't heard any stories that the sound of a Hydralisk is a combination of like a wombat and some weird fish they found off the coast of Tanzania. I don't think they had the wherewithal to access that kind of stuff in 1998. The internet existed. I guess they could have maybe gotten some recordings of some weird animals off in the far-flung corners of the world to use, but I don't know. I don't think they did. +1 attack pretty early. I'm liking this one. Out of Mini. Zealot on the way out, recognizing he's probably not going to get a lot done. For example, this guy. He's going to get smacked by his Zerglings until he dies. There's no way he's getting any kills here at all. So he has to hide in the corner. Very sad stuff. Another Zealot heading across the map to hide in the corner, and another Zealot being made too. Look, on some level, yes, you want to pressure the Zerg. There's the Spire. On some level, yes, you want to make them think about stuff other than just making drones and expansions for the next 10 minutes of the game. So, even if they don't get much done, the Zealots going across the map, they can scout, they can kill drones, maybe? Oh, do not let this guy get a drone. Do not let this guy get a drone. Don't do it. Don't let him get a drone. Micro your drones. Good micro. Great micro on the drones. And then back to a position that only 1 Zergling at a time. Well, technically 2. Oh, he moved, and now a lot can hit him. So neat. Ling comes in, chasing the probe. Does not get too deep into the base. No scouting for you. which means we don't know about the Citadel, which means we don't know about the lack of a Stargate. The complete lack of a Stargate. Is this a big speed lot +1 attack timing? Off of 2 bases. It feels like it is to me. This is interesting. This is one of the games where I think making Mutas is kind of genius. Let's see if ggaemo sniffs this out. I mean, at some point he has to recognize that I have not seen a Corsair. There's a Stargate coming in now. But not before we got 3 gates and a speed upgrade and a +1 coming in. How you doing, Dry Fast? You seeing lag? I'm not seeing any dropped frames. Pretty happily multi-streaming for now. He makes some Scourge. Yeah, he's playing this as conservatively as I'd like Zerg players to. Couple Scourge, deal with the early Corsairs, don't make Mutas. In a situation where it would kind of make more sense to make Mutas. What the second Stargate? What? How? What? What is this build? He's making 1 Mutalisk. I like that a lot. That's very funny. Sunken. Oh, it's almost a Sunken. Hey, you got like a D on your grade because you almost passed. Ling running away from the Zealot so he can hack on the very soft and fleshy drones and actually get a drone kill. That Sunken is not done yet. Oh my gosh. So, to recap, Mini's making a double Stargate +1 air weapons setup, while also making a whole lot of speed lots. So, like Corsair speed lot, Corsair DT. He's getting a Templar Archives. This is a hefty amount of Corsairs he's going to be building. We've not seen 2 Stargate Corsair in a while, although I've got a game coming tomorrow that has a lot of Corsairs. Watch out for that one. It's going to be a standalone. And again, because I'm not streaming tomorrow, yeah, it's going to be the only StarCraft you're getting from me on the morrow. Yeah, Happy's like, double Stargate doesn't really work, man. Well, it's got to be DTs. It has to be. He's got to fire up DTs like right now. Production tab says, hi, Templar. Color me surprised. He's literally just going High Templar. He's not starting Psystorm yet. He needs a little bit more gas for it because he just spent much on that. Those 2 High Templar and Storm. Okay. So it's Corsairs, Speedlots, and Psystorm. And no YH. It's not 4 TVs. It is 4 games being played on 1 television. YouTube TV has the multi-game option for sports. It's a pretty big TV, though. It's like a 70-plus incher my brother got because, you know, he's working. He doesn't have any kids. He's not married. He's got more expendable income than any of us do. So he bought a ginormous TV. And that's what we're going to watch on. 4 screen. So what's the play here? I mean... there's nothing else the Protoss can do at this point. He can make High Templar and Zealots and Dragoons if he wanted. And then a Burgillion Corsairs. He's already got 5 of them. A 6th one's joining the party. He's not making any more, which is weird, because if all you want are 6 Corsairs, you can do that off of 1 Stargate pretty fast. I don't know. GOAT! It is! But yesterday and the day before, I was very clear about saying it's March Madness week. And I am going to be streaming today and taking tomorrow off. This is going to be fun. I will tell him to savor these days. And he is dating someone right now, so I don't know. Who knows how long these days will last. You must appreciate them now. Yeah, GOAT. I mean, I put the schedule up on YouTube, and I put a schedule up on Twitch, too. And again, I talked about it a lot, so... I'm doing my best out here to communicate stream schedule changes for sports ball. But we are coming up. Well, I guess the NBA playoffs are going to mess with this too. But those are... NBA playoffs don't happen during the day, so that's not as big of a deal for you guys. Usually start late. I don't stream that late. Ever. Like, I'm not going to start my stream at 10 p.m. Eastern, you know, which is when a lot of playoff games are happening. What's up, Hasling? Happy Wednesday. Glad to see you here. So here's the Zealot, High Templar, Corsair setup. I wonder if it's almost to make ggaemo think that it's DTs and make him, like, freak out, but he's not throwing down spores or anything. He's got the one spore there, which is fine, normal stuff when there are this many Corsairs running around. Lurkers are up. Lurker's going to be really good here. This is just a bit of an out-of-pocket style attack here. And at some point, when the Lurkers start showing up, he's going to want to go into Dragoons, which he's not doing yet. Also, there are Scourge scouting this third base. So he knows this isn't an all-in. This isn't something where reinforcements are going to be coming. And once he burrows a Lurker, I mean, I didn't really need the Lurker there. That got shut down. This Archon 2 is not getting home. Maybe it is. It's kind of fast anyway. Hey, what's up, Lone Wolf? This definitely is that, though it is not named it anymore. Basically, the idea is that we spent about 3 months trying to figure out if we could support the Falcon entirely off of streaming 6 days a week, and the answer is, so far, yeah. So I've given up on trying to find a new job, and we're just doing full-time streaming, multi-streaming to Twitch and to YouTube, getting a lot of support from viewers like you. And if we can keep it going, if we can keep getting support in the form of donations and Prime subs and regular subs and channel memberships and everything else, we can make it happen. And so far, like I keep saying, so far so good. But past performance is no guarantee of future results, as they say in investing. Same thing goes for this. But yeah, thanks to everybody. Thanks for the super chat from Canham. Thanks for the Prime subs from Grant J and Smimic. And Arcanice and Hamster and Jay Meekus and all you great, great people out there. Yeah, thanks Lone Wolf, and thanks Hasling. Thanks Jaboy. Definitely not late today, sir. Fourth base coming up the left side. This is actually aggressive expansion timing from our Protoss. But, you know, holding these ramps with Zealots, Dragoons, Archons, and High Templar are going to be pretty good against the Zerg's Hydro Lurker tech here. I mean, got a Queen's Nest on the way, so we're not stuck there forever here from ggaemo. But for now, there's really not much that can threaten this base from the Zerg. Hydro Lurker's not busting that ramp. No way, Jose. And he's pretty far away from having defilers. So really the only answer for the Zerg player here is to expand again. Maybe take this base. Maybe take this guy. Maybe try to set up this whole bottom right-hand corner if he can. Maybe try to get a sneak attack up here. Take that base down while it's not being defended. Don't know. I don't know. Hive's on the way, so this is going to be a tough time for the Zerg, where it is a full tier 3 Protoss with Archons and Zealots and High Templar and Dragoons in huge numbers. It's 182 to 126 supply against Lurkers and Hydras and unupgraded Lings. Expanding's gonna be hard, it turns out. The drone tried to come up here and expand, but was like, oh, actually, the giant Protoss army is too close to that for me to expand over there. Maybe I can sneak a base down here, maybe. How's it going, Starboy? Somebody explain to Starboy what's going on. Thanks. Wow. So Dragoons have +1 attack, +2 armor. Hydras are at +2 attack, 0 armor. Lings are at 0/0. No adrenal, nothing for them. They're not a threat to anybody at all. Just don't throw Zealots away, though. Not really a recommended course of action. Yeah, look at this. 4 bases out on the map, maxed out. You can bust up this ramp. There's no Dark Swarm. There's no Plague here. That said, there are Sunkens and Lurkers. So going up a ramp in that situation is a little bit more difficult. These Lings are trying to hold this off. It does manage to expand to the 12 o'clock, which is a big deal. You really should be able to expand to that base. Reaver Tech at 15 minutes. Love a 15-minute Reaver Tech in a macro ZVP. Usually in a game like this, we'll get Reavers at like 19, 20, 21, 22 minutes, but not this time. This is Mini playing a really, really, really patient, really good game. He is developing a bit of a bank here. He could probably expand again. The Zerg doesn't want to go anywhere. Adrenal's finally on the way. Is there a Defiler Mound in production? The production tab says there is not. Nor is there one already done. So, ggaemo. Ggaemo. I appreciate you're getting Adrenal for your 0-0 lings. How's it going? Farewell. Happy Wednesday. It's like a pretty concerted attempt to bust up into this base. If you can kill this thing, you're in a good place. One obs gets sniped, backup obs is still alive. Dude, I don't know. I feel like if you're maxed out, you kind of have to do that. You kind of have to go up there. You might lose some stuff, but I think at the end of the day, you're going to kill that hatchery, and you're expanding too. I just don't think allowing the Zerg player to have that is a good decision long term. So the old 1-1 Adrenalings are here. There's a lot of them. Can they fight unsupported is the question. I don't know. Trying to bust up into this little third base. Maybe it was the fourth base. I don't know. Decides to pull back. Did he lose the obs? Looks like he lost the obs. He lost the backup obs and the primary obs. Not ideal. Free Zealot is free. How's it going? Adderthorn. Long time subscriber, Adderthorn. Happy Wednesday, sir. It's weird. You stream on a day you don't usually stream on, and you get people showing up that don't usually show up. I guess that makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Consume's on the way. DTs are on the way. Reavers are happening. In fact, there are no Reavers in either of those shuttles. Probably should be Reavers somewhere. DT denying this bottom right-hand corner. Love that play. I guess there isn't any Dark Swarm yet, so there's not a huge need for Reavers. Ah, Adderthorn just happened to log into Twitch on a day that wasn't Sunday. Well, yeah, Falcon's here 6 days a week, so if you ever need a little StarCraft on a day that's not Sunday, I'm probably here. Overlord down, but losing these Corsairs. Oh, okay, he just decided to sack the Corsairs. Corsairs have no value anymore, I guess. Good supply block on ggaemo. Not the biggest one of all time. That's where the Reaver went. No, those are High Templar. The High Templar went. Drones got pulled out of there, and we're in a lot of trouble with this shuttle. What's up, the Shambler? Oh, he let it go. He let it go. I guess there was a cannon. He was rapidly approaching. Rapidly. Cool. So, yeah, Mini kind of dinked around a little bit. Didn't kill this base, didn't kill this base, didn't kill this base. I feel like he could have. Good storm. Drop in. Not bad. Not bad at all. Plus, there's a DT in this mess. He's got 5 kills. 58 to 50 workers is pretty good. Rotos happy about that one. Well, my thought, though, that I didn't finish is that basically Mini let ggaemo hang around and expand. Didn't kill any of his bases, and now he's effectively maxed out too. And now he's got Defiler stuff. So I just feel like Protoss should really be willing to throw away a bunch of stuff to kill a base like this. Or like this. Especially if you're already on 5 bases and you have a bank. And you're maxed out. Like, what are you worried about? The worry is that you lose so much that the counterattack straight up kills you. I understand that, but I don't know. I don't know. It's like 3 Dragoons on the top of a ramp. I guess there are a couple more there now, but sounds good. Save your sword. Drones transferring up to that 12 o'clock position. decent group of Hydras. Bunch of Hydras here too. Ling Lurker over that way. I don't know. He's got enough Hydras. He's not hating on them right now. I think at this point the Hydras are basically to snipe out obs. Maybe try to pick off High Templar too. And shuttles, which... Beautiful, beautiful storms there. Absolutely fantastic. 9 kills on that High Templar. Scourge defending the shuttle too. Baseball fantasy draft. The season starts in Japan? Or it's already started? Wait, so Japanese baseball started in Japan, or MLB is playing in Japan? Reavers? I was going to say, finally Reavers get to show up. Plague-oo! Big ol' Plague-oo on both of the Reavers. And the shuttle got plagued. This is dicey for Mini now. Yeah, like I said, there was a potential option to get out there and take down a couple of bases. We decided to wait until Plague was done, and there was Dark Swarm everywhere. And I think ggaemo might pull this off. Like, ggaemo's looking good. He's got that top left base he's taken. So much stuff is played. His Adrenalings have got 2-2 now. 2-2 now. Good pickup, but the shuttle escapes with 6 hit points. Oh! Woo! Both Reavers very, 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 very plagued, but alive. Good micro, good fall back. I don't do baseball, YH. Not my sport. Sometimes I'll watch in October a couple games, but that's about it. Surprised that ggaemo hasn't tried to take this base. Like, take these guys, put them down here, and expand. This is pretty solid, except there's a single Zealot hacking it, and these Lings don't want anything to do with that. They don't want that smoke. Dry fast. No. I get a cut of your payment for YouTube Premium every month. So if you've got YouTube Premium and you don't have any ads, thumbs up. Falcon gets paid for that. So yeah, I mean, if you're, I've always said this, if you're the kind of person who hates ads, understandable. Either pay for the ad-free version of Twitch, which is called Turbo, or YouTube, which is called Premium, or become a patron of the channel on patreon.com, or become a channel member or something. Like, do something to account for the fact that you're not watching any ads. If you're a freeloader who doesn't support the channel monetarily in any way at all, and you have an ad blocker, then that's bleh. Not my favorite thing to see from a viewer. If you don't have anything to support a channel monetarily, then you should watch the ads. So the MLB season has already started. Huh. That's interesting. So Major League Baseball is playing games that count for the Major League Baseball standings in Japan. And then they're going to have an official opening day in America later. It's a weird way to do it. Bio carry. Dry fast. No. Nope. I think you're fine. If you're, again, if you're a YouTube Premium member, if you're a Twitch Turbo member, if you're a patron, watch all the content you want. Watch all of the content you want. I'm not even worried about it. That counts as monetarily supporting the channel, which is more than 90% of the people who watch the channel do. So, no worries. Busting into the bottom right here is ggaemo. Doesn't bring any Plague or Dark Swarm with him. He doesn't need it. I just think Mini's been too passive in this game. Look at this. First blood. First base down at 25 minutes. This base exists. This base is fine. This base never really got seriously threatened. And now we're here. Now we're here. Yeah, I don't like it. Mini did a great job getting maxed out, getting up to a composition that was tough for the Zerg to deal with, and then just basically said, I can't really even try to kill any of your bases. It's embarrassing. He might... Okay, this base is in a lot of trouble. Mini's getting some work done. He might take down a hatch after I complained about his inability to do so for the first 25 minutes of the match. He does. He gets one hatch down. And then reinforcing Zerg units are getting up here, but reinforcing Protoss units are coming to the top left too. So killing this base, if Mini can pull that off, I kind of like the spot that he's in. Both players are maxed out, which again, bad for the Protoss when both players are maxed out. Which is why he was so willing to go there, I don't understand. Yeah, Reavers and Archons and Dragoons and High Templar. It's the answer to what Zerg can do late game, undoubtedly. It's just you're too close in supply for this to be comfortable for you. Yeah. No plagues at all. It just makes it so much harder to deal with this Protoss composition if you don't have any plagues whatsoever. Obs are still alive here. Dragoons kind of suck against upgraded... sorry, the Lurkers kind of suck against 3/3/3 Dragoons. There's a Dark Swarm. Reaver sending the Scarabs into the Dark Swarm as you do. Yeah, the fight for this base is pretty intense. Mini needs this base. I think losing it might cause him to tap out, but dude, you're just... Okay, now he's up 20 supply. He's making some decent trades here. Archon inside the Dark Swarm is happier than, I don't know. It's like a pig in crap, as the farmers used to say. They dive bomb into that Dark Swarm. They love it in there so much. We're just sending Lings across. They've got 3-2 upgrades, almost fully upgraded Craftlings, but not quite there. And look, the supply continues to get better for Mini as he's holding this position. No plagues at all is a mistake for ggaemo right now. I know you want to kill this base, but waiting for a Defiler to show up is not a bad idea. ggaemo says, what if I don't bring a Defiler to this party, Falcon Paladin? What if I just win with the Lurkers anyway? This is a lot of Lurkers. No Dark Swarm on these suckers. No Plague assisting. Just straight up Lurk. That's crazy. He's abandoning it. He's abandoning the... ggaemo. I should not have questioned you. That's insane. You. Okay, Nexus down. Huge win from ggaemo. Massive. He lost this hatch, sure, but he killed a Nexus. Still hasn't retaken the bottom right, but I think it was okay with having the top left for now. Here comes a 3 Reaver and a DT drop. That's kind of amazing. He didn't bring a detection with him, though. So let's reposition these Reavers back here. Kill a bunch of drones. Oh gosh, 39 drones remaining, but only 40 probes. So no one's very happy economically right now. The Hydras are pretty good against anything that drops. So he swings over here because the Hydras aren't very fast. Hiya, hiya. Scourge. And this is the final resting place of these Reavers. Nowhere. They're trying. Trying to bust up. Take this from the Zerg. Even on supply again. Not great for the Protoss. It's upgraded as he can possibly. Workers are at 3-3. The Hydras are at 3-3 as well. Zerg doing a good job with it as at the same time. This is just one heck of a match. A ridiculous match.
Child, and embrace the glory that is your birthright. Know that
What's up, Ike?
am the Overmind, the eternal will of the Swarm, and that you have been created to serve me.
What's up, Ike? Thanks for following out on Twitch. Appreciate it. How's it going, Drew? Stream hiccuped. Nice plague. Stream should be back at this point. Just a little bit of a hiccup. I think we're okay. Charging in. The Psystorms are hot and heavy. Is he getting up this ramp into this base? There's a Nidus there for reinforcements to get in there if you need to. There's a single Reaver at this position. Is there enough? Oh, got a Psy Storm on the drones. He's not going to get the hatchery, but he's going to kill a lot of workers. This Reaver can't quite get the kill count on him, but he's being microed impressively. Oh, he stormed his own obs. There's a backup obs. It's okay. Reaver takes out a couple Zerglings. This base gets abandoned. This is an incredible match. This is a really, really good PvZ, man. This base is in a lot of trouble. Trying to snipe. He probably should have tried to snipe the Nidus. He does snipe the Nidus, but not before like 10 Lings come through. But the Reaver saves himself there. This base is in a lot of trouble. 93 to 93 supply is so low econ here at 31 minutes. And Hatch dead. Also, we're getting back here, storming more drones. It is only 32 drones for ggaemo. 32. Hatch dead. This base mining, that's a huge deal for him right now. It's only a 1 base mining for the Protoss, so he can't keep this up for very long. I think ggaemo just needs to hold the current status. He needs a 2 base setup, and the Protoss is on 1 base. He's happy about that. He is beyond happy about that here at 31 minutes. Archon on load to take the initial shots. A big storm on those drones would be good, man. Doesn't have the energy for a big storm at this point. And stormed up. Well, he avenged his own death, I guess. That counts for something. 93 to 80 supply. Protoss is up, but again, needs a new base super fast. Can he expand down here? Well, there's a lurker in the way. And there's a random defiler down here that could be more of use at the front lines. Just throwing that out there. I could eat a donut. I don't have any donuts, YH. It's a possibility. DT. There was a DT. He's running. He's running from the overlords. Just gives up. Can't do it. Another attack up to the top left corner. It's 86 supply for the Zerg, 111 for the Protoss. A storm on these drones. No, you don't have enough drones to just walk them through a war zone like that. He was, man, what a sense of timing there from Mini. This game is crazy stuff. Defiler, not happening, not happening. 111, 89 supply, scrappy as all scrap could be here at 33 minutes. This top left is all that matters to ggaemo right now. Dark Swarm is up. Psy Storm, Zerg player under 70 supply. Sniping the Nidus would be good. He does. He targets the Nidus for a couple. There you go. For a couple attacks he does, and then he goes back, and then he comes back in. But, dude, I think this base is dead, which means the top left base is dead. There's not a Nidus over here. I think Mini's pulled it off. Mini's mining out. Mini does not have a bank of any sort. He's at 100 supply, but he's winning with a Zealot High Templar Archon comp. There's a Plague. Great. These Archons don't care. 12 kills, 13 kills. That GG. ggaemo taps. And Mini comes out on top in 33 minutes. Holy Hannah. That was an impressive win from Mini. I was killing him for not trying to end the game sooner, but at the end of the day, incredible stuff, man. Dropping like an absolute boss, storming so many drones, Reaver shenanigans, up the wazoo, killing Niduses here, dropping DTs, trying to get some work done. He's mined out. He is mined out. He has 300 minerals in the bank. This was an all-in final attack from him. If this didn't work, he was toast. Whew! What a win. What a fantastic win from Mini. Let's go ahead and give all the money to Mini. I did say he was probably favored to win this game, and by golly, that's what happened. Bam! So GG, one heck of a match between these two monsters. End of the day, Mini takes the win. 1,071 Zerg units produced in this match. We don't see that very much. 1,000 is one heck of a milestone to hit. So a 10-3 out production rate, but almost a 10-2 kill rate. That's a massive kill rate here for our guy Mini. Buildings raised 18-7, and the outspend is just too little of a sliver. Yeah, the destruction of that bottom right base by Mini was really impressive stuff. So GG's, dude. All right. Gonna step away for a second, but we've got a Stork. Let's see. Stork versus somebody next. Stork versus mandusohee. All right. We've seen a couple games of his on the channel recently, but it's a Stork game nevertheless. Check out Falcon Paladin Plays. Go subscribe over there. Super easy to do. Trying to get 1,000 subs so I can monetize the channel. But that's where things like my Secret of Mana playthrough are going. We got Final Fantasy VII with voice acting, Space Marine 2, Warcraft 3, Chrono Trigger, Last of Us Part 2, Baldur's Gate, Halo. Like, it's an insane, insane amount of variety out there, too, if you want anything else. So, gonna step away for a second. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. We've got Stork and a TVP coming up next on Polypoid. What's up, Ivan from Canada? Adam from Ontario. We have a lot of Canadians on the stream. We always do, and they're always very welcome. Maybe they're here because they are welcome. Seems like a possibility to me. Chrono Trigger bought it for $100 in '95. Holy smokes! $100 in 1995. That is some tough stuff. All right, so it's going to be mandusohee next up here. Mandusohee Stork. I think I pronounced or spelled that right. Let's find out real quick. Mandusohee. Mandusohee. Sure, man. Prediction rolling. Bottom left, we got a Terran. It's mandusohee. Top left, it is Stork. We'll ×2 this thing. Just for the next little bit here. Bottom. But happy Wednesday, all. A weird off Wednesday stream for Falcon. What's going on in the world? I listened to a podcast today with Bill Simmons about a guy who has recently written a book directed at Democrats in America. He sees himself as a Democrat. The other guy who wrote the book with him sees the same thing. They'd hoped to have the book written in time for the Democratic primary last year, but it's coming out now, so they were way late on it. But the basic concept is that they kind of wanted to express maybe some of the problems they see with the Democratic Party in America and how they can improve. And in general, I thought it was an interesting conversation. Basically, he said the Democratic Party used to be known for specifically building things, right? Like FDR was known for big, expensive government programs, but they built things like highways and the whole Tennessee Valley Authority thing that they did back in the FDR's term. And he says the Democrats now sometimes seem a little bit more interested in just spending money. Like, California is very proud of spending $10 billion on a high-speed light rail in the state, but it doesn't exist, and it's way over budget, and it's way behind schedule, and actually getting the thing done does not seem to be the priority. Oh, we got the SCV building that bunker. That's really good. Out of Stork here. Love that a lot. Yeah, and like apparently the mayor of Chicago is talking about doing a whole ton of affordable housing. But if you do the math on it, it's $1.5 million spent for every affordable house. So, yeah, they're just proud to have big budget, ostensibly public works, but then are maybe way over budget, not really a good value, or they just never happen. So he's like, the Democrats need to get back to actually coming through on building things for the people. So, I don't know. I thought that was an interesting thing to hear, to hear somebody from the left actually say. Also, he said they need to stop nominating attorneys to be president. Like, every one of the last 10 people to run for president on the Democratic ticket has been an attorney. I mean, Obama was a professor of constitutional law, not an attorney, but in the work of law nevertheless. Says maybe we need to get some people who have a little bit more of a blue-collar background or something a little bit more relatable than lawyer. What's up, Scotty B? Tesla start on Monday, Falcon. Tesla start on Monday. What? And yes, pro gamer, indeed. Indeed. But just as an example of somebody on the left who's really proud of big budgets, spending billions of dollars for you, and then kind of sucking at it. It's too much of that going on. Oh, you start work at Tesla on Monday. Ah, well, congratulations, dude. Way to get the job. It's very hard these days, I think, to get a job if you've been looking for a long time. So that's great news. Could not be happier for you. That's very fantastic stuff. So there you go. People out there looking for jobs. It's possible. Scotty B pulled it off. Rocket's got a new job too. So, I mean, there are people out there able to find jobs in the current environment. Let's see. Robotic Support Bay pretty early here from Stork. Gonna get some of those Reavers out. There was a bipartisan infrastructure bill in the CHIPS Act. That's true. The bipartisan infrastructure bill during the Biden administration was a big bill for sure. The question is, how much of it has been completed? I guess is the question. Because again, yes, voting on the bill is one thing. Actually seeing it to completion and benefiting Americans is kind of what we're focusing on. All right, Reaver boy, he's out. He's a caterpillar. He is ready to go.
Your streams have kept me positive. Let's help out our boy.
Thank you, Scotty B. Appreciate the $5 super chat. And yeah, I'm glad the streams helped you stay positive. I think staying positive is an important thing to do in today's world, for sure. Missile turret, shoving away. Oh, you're coming back in? He's like, wait, you only have one turret? Unload, absorb the tank shots, take down the turret so we can evac when the time comes. Got it. Turret down. Now we can maybe unload the Reaver. Is that out of range of the tank? Ooh, a 3 Marine connection. Not bad at all. Yo, so stopped all mining here at the natural base. SCV is going to try to come back to work now that the Reaver is ostensibly gone. You don't know where it is. It could be parked up here. Probably going to have to rebuild that turret. Exactly doing that. Third base coming up behind it too from Stork. Gates. Vacuum cleaners. Nothing else. No other tech really coming in here from our guy Stork. A bit of a move out. Ugh. We're doing the delay version of... Oh, he lost the Reaver of Reaver shenanigans. Yes, perfect. Keep going. The Reaver is dead. I think we got this, man. Well, glad to hear that, Grant J. I certainly do my best. Whoa. Okay, tanks are sieging, unsieged and sieged. Tough combination to deal with if all you have are Dragoons. But he's high grounding it, yeah? He's trying to stay... Well, now the tank's up there. You can't do that anymore, but... Trying to keep vision away. Another Reaver shows up. And, oh, losing one of the tanks. Meanwhile, an SCV got up to the third base. Scouts it's there, and that's about it. Double SCV repair on the front lines. I like that a lot. Oh, this is so good from Stork. Man, yes, he's losing Dragoons, but he's trading them for tanks. That guy was running and he died. High ground now belongs to Stork again, but nope. Not with his racks, first of all, floating up this way. And not with the tank on the high ground either. Siege tank. That's right. Adam loves Reaver shenanigans. As all Protoss players do. And I think even Terran players can appreciate them. Even if they feel overpowered. Ooh, nice snipe on the Reaver. And then you can feel good when the Reaver dies, too. There's another Reaver, though. Never-ending Reaver shenanigans here. Trying to get at that turret up in this position is going to be tough to deal with. Nice micro. The Reaver's not shooting. He finally shoots, but he has taken some serious damage. Going to unload. Took down the SCV, building the turret. Took down a Vulture here, too. Not sure Vultures have a lot of value in this situation, but SCV... Second SCV coming in to set up the turret here. The Rax is building Marines. He lifted and landed the Rax over here, and he's building Marines out of it. I love this from mandusohee. Dude, this is great out of the Terran. But the siege tanks can only do so much when the blue balls of death are finding them. Okay, every tank is dead. More Reavers are showing up here. And more tanks are also showing up. Turret alive. Siege tank shots on the Reaver are big. He's alive. He got picked up. He's alive. For now. Did you delay too much? Oh, there's the interlaced. There's the interlaced. Twitch is freaking out probably here. If I had to guess. Okay, we recovered. Hold on a second. Twitch, we good? No audio. Okay. Audio should come back in a second here. How's YouTube look? There's not a green screen, so that's good. No one's saying anything on YouTube. That's not great. I need some feedback on YouTube. Are we okay? Are we dead? Okay, so YouTube is fine. YouTube says we're good. Thanks, Top Shelf. Thanks, Starboy. So, when you say NBA ratings are up 10% on ABC, is that year over year? So you're saying compared to 2024, ratings are up 10% on ABC and down 1% over last year? We back on Twitch. Come on, Twitch. Give me feedbacks year over year. Got it. Propovednika is here. Fireball says, I thought it was me. Nobody is... Okay, might have to refresh the stream on Twitch. Maybe F5 that thing. Still, Twitch can't hear me. Come on, Twitch. Figure it out. Come on, Twitch. Hasling. Yeah, that is funny. Map, 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 map. Sus frog. Man, Twitch is usually better at recovering for this than YouTube is. But if YouTube's the one that's struggling here, that definitely new. Man, is Twitch still out? All right, Twitch, come here. I will check my own Twitch stream. Still no? Oh, that's crazy. I am not ending the stream and restarting it for Twitch. That'll screw up YouTube. Still complaining it's interlaced. That's funny. Did Twitch lock up? Twitch. Twitch, 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 Twitch. I don't want to. I don't want to, but I think I might have to kick this thing. Can I... Can I kick it? Can I kick Twitch alone? Butts. This is butts, 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 butts. Yeah, Psychonauts, this is weird. Usually if I get a hiccup like that, Twitch is fine. Like, Twitch needs a second, but then Twitch figures it out. And YouTube's like, hork, and it dies with the green screen. But this time, it's Twitch that can't bring back the audio. That's new. Alright, sorry YouTube, I gotta restart here. It's unfortunate. It is really, really unfortunate, but we're gonna do it. This is gonna cut the VOD in half. Okay.